Okay, good afternoon. So as the last speaker for this afternoon, I'm going to talk about social media curation, particularly on spiders. So when Sir Marlon was talking about difficulties in enticing students in getting appreciation for Philippine biodiversity, all the more reason when we're talking about spiders. Because actually, the emergence of this group came from fear. So my co-author, Ate Lydia, is actually an active bird watcher. But she loves butterflies. Having no one else to talk to and share her pictures, she decided to share her butterfly photos on the web. But she kept receiving pictures of spiders. And she was so afraid of spiders, she decided to open another Facebook group exclusively for spiders, and she named this the Philippine Arachnophiles. And being a Facebook friend, she asked me to administer also the Facebook page. And that began 5 years ago. So my presentation today is a 5th year celebration of our group. So it's a collaborative sharing platform for photos organized around spiders and their relatives. So normally, I react when the pictures are spiders, but for the cousins, I just like. So this would be our profile. We have so far around 332 members. Those who are actually active, meaning they comment, they share actively, they also help with the identification. We have around 178. The Philippine Arachnophiles Facebook page is a closed group. It used to be open, but we needed to monitor the numbers of individuals coming in for the protection also against poachers. We receive a lot of requests from poachers, illegal spider traders. So we normally monitor them. Those that we cannot siphon off, normally Ate and I do a bit of stalking. We check their profiles, we check the photos that they share. If we determine that they are traders, we automatically remove them from the group. Or if they troll our members, like if they try to criticize the attempts of our members in trying to identify, we remove that member. Because we would like to have an avenue for active sharing and learning. So it's not really a degree-based system. So it would look something like this. We have 24 current pending requests. And our breakdown would be 77% of our members are males and 23% are females. And the age range of our active members would be around the age of 17 to 34 years old. But our top one contributor is actually a retired banker. So they're not really part of the academe. We don't really have many members from the academe, but these are hobbyists. Some are housewives, some are bakers, some are chefs. And our top contender in terms of contribution is a retired banker from, I think, Baguio City. And then worldwide, we have membership from US, United Kingdom. I think these are OFWs who contribute. Just when they miss the Philippines, they contribute their photos of Philippine spiders. And then Quezon City, Davao City, Manila, Cebu, Central Visayas. We also have contributors from Bacoor, Cavite, Iloilo. So it's nationwide. And it's a 24/7 curatorial activity. So what's fun about curating photos on social media is that when you're looking at museum specimens, normally the labels, you just see the names and you don't get to know the individuals. With social media curation, you interact with actual collectors. Plus, most of them are alive. With collections, most of the labels are 1950s, 1870s, so you don't even know if you're talking to ghosts already. But in this case, it's an active social interaction. And look at the times by which they are very active. 12 a.m., 5 a.m. These are mostly senior citizens, 5 a.m. Those in the millennial area would be around 11 p.m. Kasi this one was the retired banker. He loves uploading at 5 a.m. in the morning. So this will pop up in my mobile phone. And they usually start early on in the week. So whatever they take during the weekends, they will share it by the first portion of the week. So around Monday, Tuesday. And the beauty of curating through social media is the metrics are already there. it allows me to monitor who are active, what times are they active. It also gives me an idea on what time should I check my mobiles for updates. Because you also need to interact. If you don't comment, you don't even like, if they don't get any interaction, automatically they tend to disengage. So by simply liking their photos, they automatically interact by saying thanks, and that gives them encouragement to contribute more photos. So why is there a need to look at photos? With spiders, because they are soft-bodied arachnids or soft-bodied animals, once you store them in alcohol, the only people who appreciate them would be me and my dad. But with photos, you get to tell a lot of stories and convince people on why to appreciate spiders. Say for example this one. This photo would tell you what the babies of this particular spiders look like. If you catch the immature forms separately from the adult, you have no way of telling that they are from the same species. So this is a clear example of what we term in biology as a temporal form of variation. So the immatures do not look like the adults. And these are very useful tools when you use this in the classroom. So you will notice that at the early portion of the development of these spiders, the markings are not shown. And the shape would be circular, unlike the almost diamond-shaped abdomen. You can also infer intrageneric variation. So that means within the genus Argiope, they have different types of web-building behavior. And this is what we try to explain as the capture spiral web. When you look at spider webs, the capture spiral webs is the part wherein resources stick or the food sticks on. So the function of the Philippine arachnophiles is something where information gets stuck. And we pick through this information and then tell the story and share it with the members. And then important characters that you never appreciate when they are bottled and pickled. So you will never know that this particular spider has a mustache. So hindi pala sa tao na uso ang bigote. Nauna sila. And you don't see this. When you put this in alcohol, they're virtually invisible. And then they also have a decoy behavior. So for this species, for example, of Cyclosa, it takes leftover food and then shapes it to a similar looking spider to evade predation. And these are types of stories we never get to bring into the classroom if we only have pickled or bottled specimens. These are vital biological information we are getting from social media by what we term as citizen scientists. And of course, you will never know how motherly a spider is unless you see it from a photo. So this lichen spider actually shows you that spiders are also capable of parental care. All that we know about spiders is that during Halloween, they make great decorations. Diba? And predation behavior. So for example, in this case, the winner is this smaller spider feeding on a larger spider. So in terms of spider predation, size does not matter. Basta gutom siya. Patay siya. These are both females. Actually, this particular genus of spider is known also not just to hunt, but also to be rather an opportunistic type of predator. Instead of catching its prey, ang gagawin nitong spider na to, pag tinatamad siya manghuli, mag-aabang na lang siya ng egg case of a recently emerged spider and then wait for the spiderlings to come out and just pick them, like picking apples from a tree. Ganun yung behavior niya. Ito din, this would tell us that it's not only a lazy predator. It can also use a mechanism of active hunting. Pero for the most part kasi, information natin dito is that it's not so much an active hunting spider. Okay. And then we also have new locality records for the genus Deinopis. Wala tayong record for the family Deinopidi for almost 25 years. And now we have. It's a different form of web builder. So most of the webs we know are circular. This one, it makes a web sort of like a knitted web, and then it uses it as a net to catch for prey. You find this nearby rivers and nocturnal too. And you will never know if you're looking at a male or a female unless you catch them having sex on a web. Tama? So this would be the male and this would be the female. So if you catch them separately, automatically you will identify them as a different species. And this is the end of our drag line. So I hope you learned a bit or two about spiders.